Hello, dear friends. Corruption also exists on a cosmic scale. As above, so below. Opinion piece. Tsunami of Revelations. Turbulent times. Galactic corruption. Humanity is awakening. Schism in the Federation. The ancient reset was the flood. Understanding the cosmic order. Organic versus synthetic ascension. It is disclosure and government secrets. Let's start. A tsunami of revelations is coming. Hollywood experts, including Steven Spielberg, confirmed the existence of non-human intelligence following significant testimonies. The full truth about visits from beings from other worlds is expected to be revealed this summer. Steven Spielberg has just turned the tide of the story, declaring to AP News that the Navy's 2017 UAP images and the 2023 testimony of Crash, Fravor, and Graves provided overwhelming evidence of extraterrestrial visits. His new film, Disclosure Day, is set to premiere on June 12, 2026. Luis Elizondo confirmed the presence of non-human beings on the moon, with ancient interference in human evolution. Jeremy Corbell exposed the spying on whistleblowers based on the testimony of James Erdman III, as well as the manipulation of recordings using artificial intelligence and evidence of biological products and reverse engineering. It all culminated yesterday, Tuesday, June 9th, when Rush joined Representatives Burleson, Luna, Barchett, and Moscowitz on the Capitol steps to demand the release of all documents as required by the Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Disclosure Act. The craft, the biological products, the lunar research, and the past interference are real. Private laboratories and information gatekeepers won't be able to keep the secret much longer. Full disclosure could come as early as the summer of 2026. We were never alone. Mr. Kitpool 17th claims that the Bermuda Triangle is not a mystery, but rather an active portal dating back to the 40s, where ships and planes disappear without trace because they don't sink, but instead cross into another place or dimension. He indicates that there are military documents describing the area as a dimensional opening with specific and cyclical electromagnetic conditions. He further claims that the US Navy has known about this phenomenon since the mid-20th century and has deliberately used it to conduct controlled transits, presenting it as a mystery. Cosmic order. In the vast and continuous history of our galaxy, we are beginning to understand that Earth is not an isolated island, according to Ismael Perez. We are part of a complex multidimensional web of civilizations. But who are the actors pulling the strings, and how their agendas influence our own evolutionary path? Recently, a comprehensive analysis of cosmic governance structures has shed light on the turbulent transition our world is undergoing. Understanding these organizations is no longer science fiction. It is essential knowledge for anyone interested in the future of human sovereignty. Founded approximately 6 million years ago, the Coalition of Worlds has functioned as a vast diplomatic and political body. Imagine it as a kind of cosmic United Nations, spanning multiple star systems and dimensions, even up to the sixth dimension. Its purpose has been to regulate trade, resolve conflicts, and maintain order. However, like any large governing body, the Federation is susceptible to the pitfalls of bureaucracy and factionalism. Between 2021 and 22, schism occurred within its ranks, influenced by technocratic agendas and entities seeking to steer humanity toward a synthetic and controlled future. Some parts of the Federation deviated from its original principles of non-interference. When the Federation began to show cracks under the pressure of political interference, the civilizations that remained loyal to the principles of sovereignty and organic freedom broke away and formed the Galactic Alliance. This coalition is an active partner of the Earth Alliance and the White Hats, working to secure humanity's future. Its mandate is simple yet profound: to protect planetary sovereignty and foster the awakening of humanity. They are the corrective force that ensures we don't fall into a vicious cycle of dependence on external influences. While the Federation and the Alliance handle diplomacy and politics, there is another higher coalition called the Guardian Alliance that operates at a much higher frequency, encompassing dimensions 7th through 9 and beyond. The so-called Guardians don't govern in the human sense of the word. They are the custodians of the universal evolutionary plan. Their role is to safeguard the integrity of timelines, the sanctity of organic life, and the preservation of free will. Since their authority emanates directly from their service to the infinite Creator, they are virtually immune to the corruption that can plague political bodies in lower dimensions. They are the silent observers and protectors who ensure compliance with the cosmic law of free will. Ascension. Perhaps the most important conclusion is the warning about our ascension. Synthetic ascension is the path of control. It offers an illusion of progress through high-tech traps, keeping humanity in a state of dependence and supposedly benevolent but manipulative external actors. Organic ascension, on the other hand, is the right goal. It is the path to true spiritual and technological mastery, rooted in self-management, individual sovereignty, and the awakening of collective consciousness. Both the Guardian Alliance and the Galactic Alliance work to ensure that humanity chooses the organic path. They want us to become sovereign cosmic participants, not mere subjects of a galactic experiment. Humanity's future will not be determined by the brute power of our technology, but by the consciousness with which we guide it. As we move toward a future of greater cosmic contact, we are called to develop spiritual maturity. We are transitioning from an era of competition and external dependence to an era of cooperation and inner authority. Whether we are discussing the role of the Solar Guardian fleet, the fight against human destruction, or the incoming energetic shifts from solar events, the message remains the same. Humanity is awakening. We are the architects of our own destiny, but uniting with those who respect our sovereignty and focusing on our spiritual evolution, we can navigate these turbulent times and take our rightful place among the stars. Ancient reset. Before the biblical fall, Adam and Eve had flawless genetic codes, according to David Clements. No glitches in their genomes, minds as clear as the air in Eden, bodies designed for endurance. Scripture records that Adam lived 930 years, Methuselah 969 years. Imagine a single lifetime achieving what we accomplish in dozens of fleeting generations. A single intellect could master fire, shape metals, map constellations, and create devices we would consider futuristic today. An antediluvian genius, working tirelessly for centuries, could have surpassed in just a few decades our steam engines, jet planes, processors, and neural networks that took us 2 centuries to develop. In those times, settlements grew, wisdom multiplied, and advanced metallurgy emerged. Genesis attributes the forging of bronze and iron to Tubal Cain, but rebellion poisoned the path. The so-called Watchers, the fallen angels, descended. They imparted evil acts pernicious to humanity, such as weaponry, divination, sorcery, and Babylonian financial assery. Genomes mingled and the Nephilim giants emerged, half human, half beings of another species. Humanity yearned for divinity through materialistic technology, domination and rebellion, not through the development of a spiritual consciousness based on love, humility, compassion, and divine wisdom. The flood. The universal flood purged the corrupt code, the unholy mergers, and the technological revolt. Beneath the vaporous vault of the antediluvian sky, moisture hung thick, keeping plants and endless green year-round, and giving rise to giant forests and beasts that grew without ceasing, lizards that transformed into dinosaurs over the centuries. Before the rain, a mist rose from the earth and watered the whole surface of the ground. Genesis 2:6. Other theory holds that the vegetation protected against cosmic rays and ultraviolet light, which damage DNA and accelerate aging. Higher atmospheric pressure and oxygen levels nourished cells, slowed oxidative damage, and allowed bodies to live much longer, centuries in a place of decades. But the flood destroyed everything. In the 600th year of Noah's life, the floodgates of heaven were opened according to Genesis 7:11. Longevity vanished. Life was shortened from 9 centuries to what we see now. Radiation and mutation took hold on the earth. Genesis 6:3 declared the limit. Their days shall be 120 years. But we don't even reach that today. But the elite have always sought to defy that limit, resorting to dark pacts to survive. This is the ancient war of the reborn evil seed, the progeny of the Watchers, yearning for stolen youth, the elite collaborating with evil to prolong their days. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.